Well, what an extraordinary difference in the British parliamentary arithmetic following the election that Boris Johnson called. The majority in favour of pushing this Brexit deal through the House of Commons, 358 votes against 234. That's a majority of 124. What would have former Prime Minister Theresa May given for those kinds of numbers? You'll remember that her first attempt to get her deal, which wasn't so different from Boris Johnson's slightly renegotiated version, defeated by a margin of 230. Do you remember that all the way back in the early days of 2019? It's an extraordinary turnaround. It was a big gamble Boris Johnson took to try and get this majority, this workable majority. He has a majority of 80 seats, and on display for the first time on Friday, the power that a government has with that kind of margin of seats in the House of Commons. So what happens next? It's not a done deal yet. They will come back in the first week of January. 3 days in the House of Commons have been set aside for further scrutiny of this withdrawal bill. It's the divorce settlement, if you like. And then eventually, towards the end of the month, it will go to the European Union Parliament in Brussels, which will rubber stamp it. It will ratify it. That has to happen for the deal to become law everywhere it needs to before the UK can come out on the 31st of January, as Boris Johnson has promised during his election campaign. And then some would say that the really tough task starts. 11 months of intense trade negotiations to try and sort out a new relationship between the UK and the European Union.